Actually, really nice start. And I see John and I see Adriano right behind them. John's creasing that triple, but so does Adriano, but I think John just had a big move through there.
Hello folks, welcome to Netcruzer RC. I'm at Crestwood RC Raceway for Series Race 3 of 4 of the 2025 season. We're just heading out into the mains. We've just finished up our 2 qualifiers. We'll be running E-Truggy in this video. And wow, did I ever pull it off in Q2. So Q1 I had a bit of a stinker run. New track layout, first time ever driving the Truggy on it was during that qual 1. I didn't get a chance to do any practice run with the Truggy ahead of time. And the straightaway is now a full length track straightaway now. I made a lot of mistakes at the start of that Q1 with braking too hard and actually nosing over, as well as kind of casing some jumps and nosing over onto the roof on this Truggy, which really killed my first qual. So I finished, I think, 9th out of maybe 10 or 12 in the first race. It was pretty bad. Q2, awesome, really good run, almost a perfect run, no marshals, no major issues of going off track. I've just tried to play it safe for lap times, and I ended up finishing that race second in that run, which put me 3rd overall in E-Truggy. So I'll be starting P3 in the A main with E-Truggy. It'll be double mains, I suspect. They haven't posted the mains yet. We're just on our lunch break now. We're gonna go out in the mains after lunch, and I will record one of my 2 mains for you, and then I'll put it in the stats at the end. Let's try and keep it in that podium range. As for this car, this truck, I'm still running the same electronics in it that I put in it a couple of races ago, which is the Hobby King Trackstar TS200 ESC and the 2200 kV Trackstar off-road motor. So this system has been working out well. I just have to make sure that I do not reverse polarity it when I hook up my batteries, because as far as I know, it has no documented reverse polarity protection. The system is running really good. I had to be careful with braking because I have so much brake on this. I have a pretty aggressive brake setup. Set at a 2K frequency for brake, 8K drive frequency, 2K braking. And I just have to be aware that now that the straightaway is a full length run without any jumps or kind of slowdown points in it, to not aggressively go on the brake very hard at the end of the straightaway, because it will endo and fully nose over. Something that I'm aware now that can happen. I just have to dial in my own braking. I decided not to raise the frequency of my braking to soften it, because other parts of the track, when I want to really quickly slow down and nose it in to hit the apex of a corner, I'm able to do that with this setup. I just have to be aware that when you're full speed to full brake, don't do that or you will crash. So we're going to keep it, try and keep it rubber side down and finish well.
There was like really a flame over right at the beginning of the race. Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, A1 E-Truggy going to be starting in P3. Okay. I did really well in my Q2. Fair. See if we can keep it in podium range. So they just ran a 20-minute nitro buggy, and the track has now not been watered or blown off after that. So I think it's going to be pretty loose. We're going to have to be very careful at that corner. And coming onto this one I find is really loose too. Right before this double, the turning in here gets really loose. You got to be really careful there. Anyway, we'll see if we can keep it in that podium range. All right, lining up for A1 E-Truggy. I'll be starting in P3.
Can that call wait? Or?
Got a lot of fast guys ahead of me and behind me. We'll see if we can stay here. It's going to be hard.
Marshall's ready. Driver's ready. We're going racing on the tone. There we go. Give you guys a second to get spread out. Oh, really nice start. For the most part. That's why you guys are in the A main. Pretty good, actually. Very nice. Nice. John Kennedy hitting that triple there.
Got more speed than me down the straight.
My God.
Starting to get everything all get over in nature. Okay, we're a minute and 20 down. We got Frank Monica in the number 1 spot. He's in the 21 lap pace. Nipping at his heels is Tim Burke. Tim Burke's got a bit of a lead over John, and then you have Dennis, Peter, Carolyn, Adriano, and Brad. The only close battle here right now, actually, is you got Frank and Tim battling for the 1 and 2. And then actually you got Dennis, Peter, and Adriano all in the same lap. They're all pretty close. Actually, Carolyn and Bill, they're all separated by about 10 seconds right now. So coming over the triple and down the front straight is your first and second. And they're only separated by about half a straight right here. So still got 7 more minutes. First and second are all by themselves on the back section of the track. So don't worry, there's no one coming up to you guys, either of you.
Sorry, bud.
It was a big mistake by me. Let Adriano by.
We got our leader coming down the front
No,
straight.
everyone else is within striking range.
These guys are coming down the front straight. Tim gets the numbers out there. Peter just floating over that triple. Got Peter and John Kennedy coming down that front straight, both into the Daytona double and into the banking. Floating that center double, both very nice. Three minutes down, 7 minutes to go. You still got Frank, Tim, and Adriano's moved himself up into the third. John, Kennedy, and Peter separated by only 1 second. Then you have Dennis, Carolyn, and Brad rounding out your top 8.
Oh, no.
It's actually a pretty good battle between 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They're all separated by 5 seconds, 3 positions. So it seems like it's going to be a pretty hardcore battle for that 3rd podium spot. Frank is just trying to keep walking away with that first, but Tim's always going to be right there if Frank makes a mistake. Tim's got a bunch of track in front of him and a bunch of track behind him, so he's just looking to open up that gap to secure him in that 2nd spot and try to pick away at Frank.
Stop it.
Very nice over that triple for our 2nd place. Thank you, Adriano. That was our 2nd place driver.
All right, that gives me some breathing room.
And Brooks closing that gap in, only 8 seconds behind Frank. Frank's going to come into some traffic right now. Tim still has a bunch of track. Our leader hitting that triple very nice onto the front straight. Our 2nd driver hitting that triple very nice onto the front straight. Got a bit of a battle for 3rd and 4th between John and Peter. John's about 15-20 seconds up on Peter, but I know Peter can drive. He can make it up. Then he's got a really good battle here for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Carolyn, Wolf, and Adriano separated by only a few seconds.
Did you pay attention? Fucking Frank, I'm right behind you.
Frank Monica with the fast lap of the race, 28.5. Tim's right behind him at a 29.5. Well, Dennis and Tim getting matched up there. That is our 2nd place driver, and he's well ahead, so let him through. Our 1st place driver coming down the front straight. That's our 2nd place. He got it a bit wrong. Just keep it on the wheels, Tim. You're well away in 2nd. So there it is. Halfway through the race, you've got Frank with a 20.10.06, Tim Burke with a 20.10.17, and John Kennedy in 3rd now with a 19.10.05. You got a good battle between Adriano and Peter. Peter is only half a second back on Adriano, so it's anybody's race for that number 4 spot. Peter, you got Frank coming up on you. Just as I say that, that's our leader making a bit of a mistake. No big deal. Maverick got him on the quick marshal. Our second place got it wrong on the center double. But Riley got him on a quick mark, so they won't lose much for that one. Well, that was Adriano and Peter both hitting the triple beauty. And just like that, we have 7 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Frank and Tim still battling. Frank's about 10 seconds up on Tim. Tim is on a 10-20. John Kennedy is still on a 19-lap pace, and nipping at John Fields is Adriano and Peter.
Oh, that friggin' nail.
Adriano and Peter, that's still the battle for 4th place. Very, very close. And you have Dennis Gray and Carolyn on a good battle. They're both on an 18-lap pace. Then you got Brad Plaza rounding out your top 8 of your E-Buggy finalists. Carolyn coming down the front straight. She's been hitting that double single all day, and it never, ever needing a Marshall on it when all these other guys are yard sailing every part on the car. There you go, that's their second place driver coming on the front straight over the Daytona double into the Bacon corner. Grease in that middle double, very nice kick. So we got our first place driver coming up towards that triple. That'll be Frank. Airing that triple super nice. He's coming down the front straight, him and Peter. You see Frank coming up on you. Give him some room. Nice. Peter's a man.
Although I thought it was someone else before.
Okay, drivers, you got about a minute 30 left. And Tim is starting to close that gap on Frank. He's only about 3 seconds behind. Tim and Frank are the only drivers on a 20-lap pace, but here we got a battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. John, Adriano, and Peter are only separated by a few seconds on the 19. We're fighting. It's going to be Adriano and John are fighting for that podium spot. Trying to get eyes. I see John, and I see Adriano right behind them. John's creasing that triple, but so does Adriano, but I think John just had a big further through there. Adriano can smell him. That's going to be a good race for your final podium, or your final 3rd spot for your A1. This is going to have to do it again. Coming up on 40 seconds left. Frank has dropped off a little bit, and Tim's looking to come and get him. He's only 4 seconds behind. They are still the only 2 drivers on the 20-lap pace. Now you've got John Kennedy and Adriano. That seems to be the battle. They're only literally a few feet from one another. So you guys are going to have to drive A1.
Ooh, lucky for me, he rolled over.
Now John's going to try and look to pull away.
Okay.
Our 1st and 2nd place drivers are going to start coming to the pack. But we are almost there. So you're going to hear the tone drivers. Keep going. Keep going.
Got it.
Adriano greasing that triple beautifully.
Thank you.
Our leader Frank taking it smart and just doing the double single. Our 2nd place just wants to grease it.
You got me shaking, dude. You got me shaking. The hard comeback, man. I know. I know.
Dennis,
Oh.
live car. Go, Dennis. Oh, jeez. Never mind. Nice.
Alrighty, that was Wayne. Started 3rd, finished 3rd. Held him off.
No, you didn't cross the line, man. I don't know what that was.
All right. I'll put in the stats for A2. And hopefully I can do that again and get a podium here. Alright guys, enjoyed the video. Hit that like button if you haven't, or subscribe. If you want to talk to me, leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching.
10, 11.